Just another thing we have to do as bodybuilders that we don't really like doing, but non-negotiables and all that. These have been in religiously now for over a week, since I got back from Spain. So that was maybe 9, 12, 13 days, every single day without fail. In the past, if I'm completely transparent, I've been a bit sketchy with them. I'll take them here or there, maybe miss a day, miss a week, put them back in, but every single day without fail, these are going in, and I'll split the dose. So say for instance, Heart Care from TBJP, that's 5 capsules. I'll do 3 in the morning, 2 in the night, maybe split the other ones. Vital Support is 8 capsules, so I'll do 4 in the morning, 4 in the night. And then the other ones, which are like 1s and 2s, I'll just bang them in the morning, so they are done. So that's the health taken care of. Everything I said in that last video, supplements won't save you, that clickbait title. They do obviously save you, because that's why I'm taking them. But everything else, forget about it, because Carl has completely flipped the script. I've got a new training plan, I've got a new nutrition plan, and also a new supplement plan. So, quite interesting. I'll obviously go through that throughout these videos, but I want to touch on my body weight. I think I told you in the last episode or the last video, I was 228 pounds on the morning of the Sunday, checking in with Carl before I started pushing up on the Monday. That was 9 days ago. I am now 243 pounds, so I'm 15 pounds up in 9 days. Clean, like no fucking around. It's going to be interesting this, because I remember thinking, I wonder what I look like, or if I can even get to 250. You know, it's like a ballpark kind of milestone number. I'm £7 off it, not even trying. So I have no idea where this is going to end up. All I know is that I'm here for it, and it's going to be a bit of a ride, like. So that's why I'm uploading so much. I want to show all this journey to see what the end product is going to be. It's a bit of a voodoo kind of topic to talk about on YouTube, drugs. So I'm not going to go into too much detail on them. I'll obviously be as transparent as possible. But if you are a member of the Train by JP site, I do have an athlete log on there now. Just type in J Davis Race Against Time, and I'm updating that daily. Obviously my cycle will be on there, any changes to my cycle, changes to my food, and just what I'm getting up to on a daily basis. So check that out. But you're here for obviously the key secrets to having a successful off season. So let's get into it.
Doesn't look like what I just said. Yeah. So I gotta give Derek much more credit than I do. But
right. So first thing on the list for a successful off season is nutrition. That's the game changer. You've got to have this mindset that you're gonna eat. You're probably gonna have to eat more than you've ever ate. And you need to actually time everything out, because if you don't plan ahead for all your meals, trust me when I say you'll get to like 7 p.m. and think, damn, I've got 3 meals to eat before I go to bed. And there's a high probability, unless you're really, really dedicated. I mean, if you've got to 7 p.m. and you haven't got all your meals, then you're probably not that dedicated. But if you get to that point, you're probably not going to eat those 3 meals. You may force that second one in, but you're probably going to get to a point where you're so tired and so full, you're like, fuck it, I'll start again tomorrow. So food is, or nutrition is, the first key factor to having a successful off season. I've got a box of cereal. Just call me a new school bodybuilder. I'm getting all my meals done now, because I'm going to be training shortly. So again, to make sure that I get all the food in that I need to get in throughout the day, I need to make sure that I've got my meals on me. So cooking my pre now, I'll eat that. I'm training over Fitness Factory today because I have some stuff to do for New Tech, so it's like 35-minute drive. So I'll eat this, get my stuff together, and then leave, because by the time that's digested, I'll be able to train. And then this is post-workout, because obviously I've got a 35-40-minute drive back. I've also got a school run to do. So by the time I leave the gym and get home, you're probably talking about an hour, maybe more than that. So have my meal prepared so that I can wolf this down me whilst I'm driving back from the gym. The next secret to a successful off season. I'm a hypocrite, I know. I've gone the longest time saying I don't need a logbook, but the reality is, I had a long, hard sit down and talk to myself last week, and I thought, how can I get a couple more % tissue in this off season? What do I have to do? And this was one of the answers. So I'll deal with being called a hypocrite on Instagram for a couple more % of tissue on stage. So we are on logbook. What gets monitored gets managed. I've said that in my stuff in the past. So every session obviously is going to be logged in here, but I am also conscious enough not to be emotionally attached to this. So it's going to affect me in any way. A lot of the times I'm going to try my best to train on home soil, either Planet Fitness or here. But if I'm on the road and I'm using different kit, different strength curves, I'm fully aware that that can affect what's in this book. But at the same time, I do want this to kind of log what I'm doing. The added bonus to obviously using a logbook is that with my log on the Train by JP site, I've also got all this info to kind of update you guys that are members with my lifts and everything else that goes along with this. So shout out to Josh Bridgman for the 1MR logbook and a matching 10. So let's go into the first exercise. 4 PPS, and this is the new tech shoulder press, so we'll see what we get. This Smith machine is a bitch. It is heavy, especially after doing the new tech shoulder press. Third secret to a successful off season is your intensity in the gym. Same as prep. What builds it keeps it. Off season, what builds it builds it. So don't slack off just because you're whacking a load of that. Food is up. Don't come in here relaxed, you know, because you're not in an intense prep setting. Waste time in the gym talking, not putting everything into those sessions that you would throughout the prep. Treat off-season like a prep, keep that intensity right up on top. Push so far that, you know, think of someone that you look up to, a bodybuilder. Think of him sitting over there on a bench watching you lift. You're looking for his approval. Think of that in your sets. That will ensure your intensity is where it should be. Super obvious secret to making progress in the off season, which I haven't mentioned yet. Let's have a fucking plan. You can't expect to progress just winging things, freestyling things. You can if you're a genetic freak, but if you're watching this video and looking for tips, you're not a genetic freak. So have a fucking plan in place. That goes for obviously the nutrition, everything outside the gym, and in particular in the gym. It's what you do in here that causes the change. Obviously the food and everything just supports that, but what you do in here, exercise selection, days through the week, whatever you're doing, that is probably top of the list. It's a little bit bright, isn't it? Jesus. Right, keyboard, plate. That's pretty much how my days go when I'm home editing in the cave. 200 grams of red meat, 5% lean mince, 100 grams raw weight rice. Obviously it's not raw anymore, I've cooked it all. That's meal 4. Don't know if you can see from that angle, but on my chair here, there is no arm, but I've got one here. It's because I broke it. And we've only just started off season, so I broke my fucking chair in my office. I have ordered a new one though, off Temu. Don't hate on the Temu purchases. You can get some good shit on there. I've ordered a few things and they're alright. So that should be coming tomorrow, possibly Friday. But on to the 5th secret to having a successful off season. And that is, you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. The cliche saying that we see on Instagram. But it is true. I see so many people go year after year after year, claiming they're going into off seasons, but they're still doing Stairmaster, still have decent abs all year round, scared to lose them, scared to lose their lines. You have to accept the fact that you need to put a bit of body fat on. Now, body fat in terms of general life and bodybuilding are two completely different things. You know, getting fat in real life, obviously not acceptable. Getting fat in terms of bodybuilding terms, we have to get a little bit fluffy to build tissue. That's how I've done it. I'll run some numbers. 10 years ago I was about 155 pounds. As I said earlier in this video, I'm 243 pounds now. Obviously I'm not lean, but when I come down to stage lean, this year I was 210. I'm hoping to be a few pounds up next year after this off season, but by doing that, call it 50, 60, 70 hopefully pounds on the frame, I've done that by getting uncomfortable, and you have to actually accept the fact that you've got to lose your lines. So, you know, I've come from a fat background as well. I was out of shape. When I first started, it used to scare the shit out of me to actually eat food and push food, like above 2,000 calories. Oh, I can't do that and get fat. Trust me when I'm saying, if you're at the start of your journey and you're like scared to eat, if you've just dieted and you've lost all your weight and you're lean now, and you're trying to build tissue, you have to push the body fat back up. It's going to be in a controlled environment, so it's not going to be like whatever caused you to be fat prior to that. And obviously this is just talking to the people that have gone through a transformation. So get comfortable being uncomfortable. Those 5 key tips I've said in this video as well, these are things that I'm going to have to do myself and I'm taking on. So by me creating this video, I'm making myself accountable because I've got to do all those things that I've talked about in this video, which won't be a problem because I am fully zoned in on it. And I'm going to show you all the process. So thank you for watching. Hope you took something away from it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one or the next podcast. Whatever comes first, but there'll be content. Trust me. Peace.